you want to stick with Street Fighter 4, go for it. But I think, you know, a week or two
but after, nobody will play it online.
Yeah, after Super Street Fighter comes out, I think a week or two after that, it's gonna be a ghost town on Xbox Live and PSN. So
just get Super, populate the servers, and you'll see a whole bunch of flowchart Kens all over again.
Yeah.
It took 1 year for Super Street Fighter 4 to come out. And within that year, we've seen the community grow and also shrink.
This is the game that everybody's been waiting for. So much, in fact, that a lot of people will stop playing the original version of Street Fighter 4 at this point, at least on a competitive level.
There's also other people who don't really care about Super Street Fighter 4 because they believe that this is not a consequential upgrade. It still has the name Street Fighter 4, except it's preceded by Super. Does that make it a new game? Hell yeah. Super Street Fighter 4 is definitely a new game. You have, what, 9, 10 new characters? Each character is strong. It's not just some filler characters who have some generic move list. Capcom has taken past characters from past games, like Guy, Ada, T-Hawk, and also include new characters, like Hakan, the Turkish war wrestler. And Juri, the first Street Fighter character modeled after a Korean.
So Juri is a really cool character. She can be really frustrating to fight against because she can not only run away by using a lot of fireballs which go in multiple different directions, but she's also a really good rushdown character as well. She also has a dive kick which will allow her to hit the opponent from basically full screen. I mean, overall she's a really awesome looking character. The character design is I think a really fresh take on what we're used to seeing in a lot of Capcom games, where the characters can be a little bit goofy, like Hakan.
Hakan's character style seems very unconventional. Hakan's main strategy is to use his enormous range on his moves, his throws, to try to get in and put pressure.
A lot of it has to do with him getting oiled up. That's a cornerstone of his gameplay, is getting oiled up so he gets that extra range, because he becomes a lot more deceptive with not only his grabs but his normal moves, and that helps him a lot. Without that oil, you're gonna go for that grab and it's gonna whip. Just these 10 characters is going to give people a lot to work with and a lot to figure out. But beyond that, there's been so many balance tweaks and changes to the old cast. Like, every character now has 2 ultras, and that changes the dynamic of the dynamics of some matchups.
Anything that changes your behavior and your strategy completely turns the game. M. Bison, for example, he has this Ultra 2, which is new for him. It takes Bison up in the air, lands him on the ground quickly. It's so fast that it can catch someone who throws a fireball anytime. And that completely changes the dynamics once M. Bison has Ultra 2. What
Street Fighter comes down to, and what makes just the fighting game genre so compelling in the first place, and maybe a lot of people don't realize this, but it's the matchups. When you match up 2 different characters, you have to approach each battle differently than you would with another character. So when you're adding 10 new characters in the mix, you're making adjustments to the previous cast. That just changes the whole entire game, because the entire game is pretty much based on matchups.
Recently, I got a chance to play the new tournament mode. It's a free DLC package that will be released about a month after Super Street Fighter is released. The additions brought by tournament mode is pretty cool. It's an easy way to set up 4-player, 8-player tournaments. You can be an organizer or a participant. Just invite your buddies or even random strangers and just play in a tournament. You can watch the matches as it's going on, and you can save the replays as it's going on.
That's a huge addition to the game. I mean, honestly, that's what a lot of people wanted in the first place, is to have a lobby system where you get all your buddies together and play. That seems like an element that should have been included in Street Fighter 4, but it wasn't. competitive community has already embraced this game. I mean, this is, with any new fighting game, the competitive community usually always goes towards the newest revision.
It's definitely a new game for me. You have more characters, you have more character bounties, and just have more matchups to learn. Even if you're not a seasoned veteran, the online components and just the different stages and the new characters makes this a worthy purchase.